back, right click and TestNG XML file, copy it and paste to the same folder. I'm gonna rename it or assert, TestNG4 assert. Now, I'm gonna raise it, clean my console, clear my console. Okay, something I'm not using here. Okay, I'm gonna leave it as is right now. Gonna split it. Okay, this is good enough where we are. So let's take a look at website page. As you can see, normally in websites there are lots of tests. Those are in web form of label. They come as a labels. This is form title, first name, last name. So let's take a look at them. For example, this one, right click, inspect. I'm always advising you to use Web Elements Locator automatic tools. For example, better probably by CSS. Any of them you might copy. Same is for first name, for example, this one is good, you might copy. Same for last name, and so on. Because in normal websites, there are, when page-to-page navigation, there are lots of tests, so it's absolutely normal to insert assertions of these tests. Let us create first assertion. Page assertion, page name assertion, let's say, for actual functionality. So first of all, we need to locate element itself, driver, find element by CSS selector. I already located it. And there is method like get text, this one. Double click it, semicolon. However, we need to create two strings. String act for actual, I'll call it form, let's say. Actual form. And I need to create another string. exp for expected form, and what text do we expect there. This case, I'm expecting this text. I'll copy it and paste it here, right here. And now I type capital letter assert, double S. Import assertion, not from JUnit. Import assertion from org.testng. Let's see it right here. Right here, assertion. I'll cut it off, I'll put it right here. Now, assert. Then you type assert E. Assert equals Boolean actual versus Boolean expected. And now actual, whatever you retrieve actual, expected, whatever text you expect here. Also, I'd like to type, sorry. I'd like to type my actual whatever I retrieve from there. Okay, this is first assert. Now let me create assert same way with the first name. Before I send first name, before I send there some keys. I can copy it and actual first name and expected first name. I'll put it here. Now, actual first name I put in a section in assertion. Expected first name in assertion. However, I need to change the web element locator. I took it and I'll exchange it right now. So I exchange this web element locator. Now I need to exchange this text for first name label. I copy the text with semicolon including, and I'll insert it right here. Okay. Now I copy, same. Now I'll create assertion for the last name. I'll create new strings, last name, actual last, actual expected last name. I'll exchange them right here. Actual last name, expected last name to assert, to provide assertion. So now I need to exchange this locator. I retrieved my locator and I changing it. Okay, and now we need this last name. Now I'll copy last name, copy it, come back to my Eclipse, and I'm going to exchange it right here. Okay, so far we created 3 assertions. Actually, I'm gonna rename it. Assertion number 1. Like that would be better. Page verification. Page name verification. This is good. Better explaining. Assertion number 2. First name verification. And assertion number 3. Last name verification. 3 assertion. 1. Assert equals as you can see, actual. 2 parameters, actual and expected here. Second assertion. And third assertion. Okay. Now, in addition, I'd like to ensure that after we input some text in web elements boxes, they are not null. For this, I need to go right here and insert another assertion. I'm gonna locate this element, driver, create another string object, let's say f name, use same method get text here, and now using assert I need to select assert not null here. This is the one. And assert not null this f name. After I enter already text, I'm getting text using variable f name as string, and I'm asserting it's not null. Same way, I'll copy and I'll go by L name. However, here will be L name, the locator. String will be L name, and I want to assert that last name is not null. So locate, populate last name element, assert. It will be assertion number 3. Assertion number 3 was here, assertion number 4. Assertion number 4 is last name is not null. Actually, this is first name. And assertion number 5. Assertion number 5 is that last name is not null. Last name, first name. Okay, so altogether we've got 5 assertions. Assert equals, assert not null. If you search for TestNG assertion types or list, you might see what kind of types: assert not null, assert not same, assert true, assert false, etc. Your tests, you need to apply exactly assertions which are useful for your tests only. In this case, you want to verify it could be in multi-language, in multi-language in real life. So we assert equals text as expected and asserted that it's not null. Now let's run it. Run as TestNG. Okay. As you can see, we run TestNG assertion. Assert. Good. Very good. Starting TestNG. Actual form text. Good passed. Actual first name, actual last name. Very good. Now right click on your project. Click refresh. Let's take a look at the emailable report. Also passed our test, TestNG4 assert. Very good. So this is the end of the Selenium framework fundamentals. So far, let's walk through. To sum up, you learned in this project how to create a simple text for Chrome, Edge and Firefox using WebDriver Manager. In order not to upload constantly updated web drivers all the time. Then you learn how to create in all three browsers Selenium script. After which, we take a look how to use most of the web elements automation, how to locate elements, etc. Please remember to rely on automated web elements selectors and locators tools. After that, you took a look at Liquid's so-called Liquid Factory method, which is very close to Page Object Model method. It's simply object-oriented, same as Page Object Model method. It was object-oriented, slightly different. We're using object repository created by us. Then we took a look at external reports, how to create them, and how to use them properly. After which, we took a look at browser options and log4j. Once again, I'd like to remind you that log4j is dedicated mostly for professional developers. And for example, in a modern generation tool like Playwright, log4j is substituted with Playwright Excellent Report, which combines the report and login capabilities together. And finally, we learned about TestNG, how to run proper TestNG test using hooks. You can run it all if you like. You learn about TestNG hooks hierarchy, before suite, class, test, attest, method, so on. You learned how to create TestNG XML file, how to add the more tests, and how to use assertions. Here's a very good. It was good, successful and creative. See you in the next lectures. Goodbye.